In the first 3 minutes of this video, you'll see the mixing for the particular experiment at hand. The first part that you just saw was the combination of PVA and Floetrol that I use. And the second part now that you're seeing is the paint mix. The line of cups closest to you, or the one that I just poured into then, is the line of cups that has the PVA and Floetrol mix in it. And I tried to use a balance of about 1 part candy coat to 1 part PVA and Floetrol combination. The cup that I'm pouring or mixing now has candy coat and just a drizzle of water just to get it to the preferred pouring consistency that I like. So the reason that I've decided to fast forward this is because it's quite boring to watch, but it's also essential just to see how much goes into any kind of pouring experiment in regards to mixing, and also so that you can see exactly what I did do and what I did use so that this video holds up authentically. Okay, so now I've started doing the layering to get prepared for the pour, and on the left side is the candy coat pure paint being poured into the cup, and on the right side is the Floetrol side, or the candy coat and Floetrol combination side. Let's just see how all of this goes. I think it's about 2 hours later. I think this is really interesting. Oh, I've got to get my finger in. Look. Where's my finger? Did you see that? It's just touch dry. Sorry, it's taken me. That's the tiniest bit on versus that's really wet. So there's a huge difference in even the way it's drying. Or the not necessarily the way it's drying. I'm sure it's drying in the same way, but the resin, the candy coat resin, is definitely drying faster. And it's still looking marvelous. This one, the one with the Floetrol, what I have noticed is that the Floetrol, which looked like was making the colours fade out, is as it's drying, the colour vibration, or vibrancy rather, is coming in. And if it holds its shine and the colours deepen, now that would be quite amazing. Now, I'm liking some of this over here. That's the Floetrol side. Equally as liking some of this over here, which is the candy coat side. Here we are, it's 12 plus 6, oh, it's not quite 24 hours later. Ew, did you see that? No, you didn't. This is the Floetrol mixed side, and this is the pure candy side. This is completely dry and 100% shiny, just freaking beautiful. And it has the depth of what looks like it could have been layered resin, which is, you know, essentially what candy coat is, a way to easily have resin effects. And it's dried absolutely beautifully. Look at that. And you can see what happened just before when I rubbed my hand across here. This is touch dry, and at areas it's still very tacky. Did I show you the shimmer on that? And whilst the shine is still, it's not too bad, it's just not nearly as glossy as what it is with the pure candy coat. The colours, look, I can see the difference in the colours. Unfortunately, the video footage isn't showing it so well. Up here, this is much more vibrant, but that's where also I dropped some of this by accident when I wasn't looking. So that's pure candy coat there. You can see that it's taking a lot longer to dry here. Yep, as I said, the gloss is not nearly as high gloss, and certainly one of the other most important things you need to remember is that whilst candy coat is non-toxic, as soon as we add in any other additives, oh my goodness, additives, candy coat cannot guarantee that it holds its non-toxicity. In fact, I would be bold enough to say that you just have to wipe that off completely, because even though the other ingredient may claim to be non-toxic, we don't know what the chemical reactions would be, so just don't even go there. It's too risky. I'm going to call that the end of this experiment. What can I tell you? We can see that whilst this had good cell development over the period of, this is the Floetrol side by the way, whilst it had good cell development upon pour, the cells have just faded out through the drying process as it's just spread more and more. And remembering that Floetrol itself is a paint conditioner, so you know it's designed to make things flow much more easily, and it's definitely done that here. Whilst it created cells, it's helped the resin flow right off and keep on smoothing itself out. Neither of these had any silicones or traditional sort of additives that I use for cell development. I am a bit disappointed that the candy didn't have greater cells. because I actually have used it where I have had really good cells without any additives, and I would have liked to have shown you that. And I'm just wondering if it's possibly because I mixed it a little bit too much with water, and hence it's just sort of run out. So that's pretty much the end of it, and you know, it's just really gorgeous. I wish you were able to see the type of illusion this is giving for depth. From where I'm seeing, this looks like it could have had, you know, 4 or 5 different layers of resin placed upon it, and the silver sparkle mixed in with the licorice is just beautiful, and the magenta here just coming up, it's really gorgeous. This over here with the Floetrol, I actually can see potentials for using it. I do like some of the effects. It has changed the colours. And I think that's about all I've got to add today. I might just leave these to dry a bit, like for another 36 hours, and then I might see if I can pull them up for a nice skin, because candy coat makes the best skin going round. Look at that underneath there. I actually pour with a silicone mat so that it's really easy to pull skins up. Oh, says me trying to show you, and then it doesn't become easy. Oh well, it's not as easy as I thought. Nonetheless, I'll have a good look at that later. And I have got some jewelry making stuff. I think I might, my next video might be just showing what candy coat looks like under a glass dome for jewelry. Okay, thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know it's a long video, but it's well worth it when we're trying to learn about a new product. Enjoy your pouring and your creativity no matter what you're doing.